Welcome to the School Leaders Podcast. My name is Dr. Gastard Harrigan, the podcast for current and emerging school leaders, those who support and supervise them. You will hear from passionate educational leaders who are transforming their schools, communities, and creating positive outcomes for students. I will also share my personal reflections and tips from over 15 years as a school leader. Together, we will talk about how to level up our schools and leadership practices. Hello, welcome to the School Leaders Podcast. This is your host, Dr. Gastard Harrigan. Thank you for making the School Leaders Podcast part of your growth journey. Summer is here. While schools are closed for the summer, most school leaders and principals are working over the summer. It is important that you catch your breath and recharge your leadership battery. Although the work never stops, recharging your leadership battery and creating margin are very important for you as a leader in your leadership development and longevity. You need to stop and recharge. John Maxwell and his 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership reminded us of the law of the lid, which states that your leadership ability determines your potential to be effective. What does that mean? That means having a commitment to growth and personal improvement is the only way to improve as a leader. John said, once a leader improves his or her life, then everybody within their sphere of influence, their lives improve. As a school leader, how you spend your summer months can determine how effective you are in the new school year. In today's episode, I am going to share 7 things effective school leaders do over the summer. But before we get too deep in today's episode, I want to encourage all of you that are listening to join the School Leaders Podcast on Facebook. There, we continue and extend our conversation from the episode. Also, don't forget to check out my website at www.drgharrigan.com. There you can listen to the podcast, read the monthly blog, and sign up for our monthly newsletter. I would like to also thank all of you who are sharing the podcast on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or LinkedIn, or wherever you are online. Thank you. When you share the podcast, please tag me so I can personally thank you. Take a moment right now to subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to it and share this episode. Don't forget to also leave a 5-star rating and a positive comment. When you do, it helps other listeners to find the podcast. Let's get started. Effective school leaders are not measured by how much they accomplish or get done from August to June, but rather how well their students grow from year to year, how well their schools are making progress from one year to the other. In the summer months, it is essential as a school leader, as a principal, to reflect, to innovate, and really to strategize for the upcoming school year to make sure it is successful. Today, I'm going to share 7 things effective school leaders and principals do over the summer to prepare for a successful school year. Number 1, reconnect and recharge. With the summer being here, it is a chance to slow down, catch your breath, and concentrate on what you need to do in order to be the best school leader or principal you can be for the next school year and beyond. Think of the summer break as a time where you can build up or recharge your resiliency bank. Your resiliency bank is the knowledge, it's the mindset, it's the leadership practices you need to grow in order to tackle the challenges you will face when the school year resumes. As the saying goes, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Ultimately, you will need to take time to recharge over the summer. Recharging over the summer will help you to build a stronger and a more effective school leadership career. And ultimately, it can help you to become a hero to your staff. It is important that over the summer, you prioritize healthy habits. You take care of yourself. Take a break from work. Relax. Take a vacation with your family and with your friends. Enjoy some downtime. You can use the summer months to disconnect from your usual work routine and then focus on yourself and spend some quality time with family and with friends. It is crucial that you set aside some time over the summer for activities that bring you joy, that bring you peace of mind, ultimately that help you to create margin in your life. It is also a time to decrease the amount of time you spend on social media and really help you discover and reconnect with the things that bring you joy. Also over the summer, you could take time to dig into habits that will help you change your pace and begin a new workout routine that will also help you to improve your health. Taking time for yourself will help you to reduce stress and leave you feeling refreshed when you return back to work. Ladies and gentlemen, self-care is not selfish. If you fail to prioritize your physical and mental health, eventually your body will remind you how important self-care really is. So maintaining a balance will ultimately help you grow professionally and help you become your best version of yourself in all aspects of your life. 7 things effective school leaders and principals do over the summer to prepare for the next school year. Number 2, reflect on previous year's achievement and challenges. The summer is perhaps the only time principals get to sit and reflect without having millions of fires to put out. So it's important that during the summer that you analyze the previous year's academic data. Look at the performance data of your student. Look also at the behavior data, the attendance data. It is a time to really evaluate the effectiveness of any programs, initiative, and the curriculums that you have going on at your school. You can do this by yourself, or the best way is to really meet with your team to analyze and discuss the data. As you do so, I would like you to reflect on the following question. What went well this year? What needs more focus next year? What do we need to stop doing to move forward? To accomplish our goals for next year, what needs to be true about our behavior and action as a team and as a staff? And lastly, where do I need to grow as a leader to ensure 1 year from today we are in a much stronger position? By asking these questions, you should be able to identify areas that work well and areas that need to improve. You can analyze what was successful and what was not. By doing this analysis, you are able to identify the gaps, areas you need to improve in, and what actually went well this past year. This will also enable you to make informed decisions, set priorities for the new year, and help you establish realistic, smart goals and create tactics or strategies for the upcoming school year. Number 3, schedule your priorities. The late management guru Peter Drucker once said, "What gets measured, get managed. What gets measured, get managed." Perhaps you heard it in a different way. What gets scheduled, get accomplished. What gets scheduled, get accomplished. You should schedule your priorities over the summer and for next school year. After you review your data by yourself or with your team, after you analyze your school data, your initiatives, the programs that you have going on, areas you need to improve, you need to take time to establish your priorities. And then take the time to pencil those priorities in your calendar. For me, I schedule my walkthroughs. There are 2 types of walkthroughs that I do. I do personal classroom walkthroughs. I call those speedy walks. And I also do collaborative walkthroughs with my team. So the collaborative walkthroughs with the administrative and instructional team, we focus each month on a different department and we walk together and look for trends and use that data to modify and improve on our PD areas that we need to improve, and perhaps teachers and staff that we need to provide additional support to. I also schedule my PD and PLCs time. The assessment schedule, I put those on the calendar. Meeting times with my administrative and leadership team. I like to meet every other week with my instructional team. So I schedule those things in my calendar. I have time also in my calendar for unplanned uninterrupted time to answer emails and return phone calls and work on projects. Whatever your priorities are, you should schedule them over the summer before the busyness of the new year take over. Number 4, 7 things effective school leaders and principals do over the summer to prepare for a successful year. Number 4, learn and grow. John F. Kennedy once said, leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. If you do not make an effort to continuously learn in your leadership role, you will stop growing. If you don't make the time to grow in your leadership skills and abilities, you will stop growing. There are several ways you can expand your knowledge and your skills. Number 1, way you could do it is really through professional development opportunities. How are you supporting yourself and your staff to be successful in your own professional endeavor? So use the summer months to take opportunities to attend professional development, PDs, and do ongoing self-reflection. By doing so, it will help you to recharge your leadership battery and also help you gain fresh insight by attending conferences, by attending workshops. Attending these workshops and conferences will give you opportunities for new ideas and best practices. You can also learn new management strategies and techniques to help you grow as a leader. The second way to expand your knowledge and skill is to read books about leadership strategies. You can read a book that is aligned to your school curriculum, to your school goals, to your priorities, or an area you want to improve in. Reading, according to John Maxwell, is the difference between who you are today and who you will be over the summer. So make time over the summer for reading. Another way to expand your knowledge and skill is to join a professional learning network. Joining a professional learning network or organization allows you to learn, connect, and really sharpen your skill and work with other leaders across your field. Learning from and with other leaders will allow you to see a different perspective, listen to new ideas, share your thoughts, and ultimately propels you to grow. The fourth way to expand your knowledge and skills is to reflect and adapt. As a leader, reflect on your past mistakes. The best teacher is experience. Take time to reflect and learn. John Dewey said that we do not learn from experience. We learn from reflecting on our experiences. So this summer, take time to reflect on your experiences. Take time to reflect on the past year. Reflect on your leadership skills and ability and areas that you can improve. As a leader, we must recognize that the more reflective we are, the more impactful we become. Self-reflection must become a regular habit in our leadership practices. Now, the amount and frequency of reflection may vary, but we must make it a priority and consistently reflect on our work so that we could continue to grow. So it's important that you engage on the regular self-reflection by assessing your leadership style, your strength, your area of development. Be open and be willing to adapt your approach based on new insight and changing circumstances. The fifth way you can expand your knowledge and skill is to subscribe to leadership blogs and podcasts. You know, these days people are talking and sharing ideas and tips about leadership. Participate, listen, contribute to the discussion. You will learn and grow along the way. Growing as a leader is not difficult, but it does require an intentional effort on your part. So today, subscribe to this leadership podcast where I discuss leadership ideas in a practical way to help you improve your school, your department, culture, and help you to improve student achievement. Also, you can check out my website at www.drgharrigan.com for more leadership tips and ideas. 7 things effective school leaders and principals do over the summer to prepare for a successful school year. Number 5, identify high-performing teachers. Oftentimes, as school leaders and as principals, we focus and spend all of our resources on low-performing teachers to help them improve. Now, this is important that we provide support and PDs and resources to our low-performing teachers. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to challenge you that you also spend more time focusing on your superstar teachers. Those teachers who are year after year, who are outperforming their colleagues. This summer, as you reflect, think about and identify your high-performing teachers, your rock star teachers, your superstars. How can you support them and push them to even greater heights? How can you position them as mentor teachers? So here are a few ideas to help them and position them as mentor teachers. Pair high-performing teachers with new or low-performing teachers. You could also arrange for other teachers to come visit and observe these rock star teachers in their classroom. You can also film your high-performing teachers' lesson and use those lessons as helpful resources. You can also ask your high-performing teachers to lead professional development, PLC meetings, and teach other teachers how to be more effective with using or demonstrating an effective strategy that they're effective in. When you support your best teachers, they are able to inspire and uplift other teachers in your building. So it's important that you use these rock star teachers to ultimately help you improve effectiveness across your building. 7 things effective school leaders and principals do over the summer. Number 6, seek out coaching and mentorship. As you reflect this summer, you might discover that one of the missing ingredients in your growth journey is a solid support system. Finding or seeking trusted coaches and mentors that understand the work of being a school leader or being a principal and utilizing them to support you, to help you grow and develop as a leader becomes very important and vital. So it's important this summer to seek out coaching and mentorship. You can invite or reconnect with past bosses, past supervisors, leaders up and across your organization and those you admire to mentor and to coach you. No leader is an island. Effective leaders give a high priority to making connection and engaging with others. So the same goes for you. You cannot do this work alone. So I challenge you to seek mentorship from experienced leaders and coaches who can provide guidance, support, and valuable insight. Learning from their experience and leveraging their expertise can accelerate your own growth as a leader. 7 things effective school leaders and principals do over the summer to prepare for a successful school year. Number 7, connect with stakeholders. Take advantage of the summer months to reach out and connect with your staff. You can make time and invite different staff and teachers to speak with you, to meet with you and glean from them and for them to share ideas, what worked, what didn't. Reach out to your clerical staff. Reach out to the cafeteria manager, your security staff, your teacher assistants. Reach out to those support staff that see things around the building that you may not see. Reach out to teacher leaders and set time to connect with them, to listen to their perspective, to listen to ideas in areas they think you can improve in or help move your instructional agenda forward. When you meet with them, ask open-ended questions and affirm each of them in whatever ways and ideas they share. By doing that, that could help you to create and foster a high-performing culture. Also, you can reach out to community stakeholders and business partners. This is a good time to reach out and speak to your city mayor, commissioners, and other governmental officers in your community. You can connect with business partners and strengthen those relationships to create a win-win situation. I have leveraged a lot of businesses to help me build and reinforce my vision. So the summer months is a good time to set up time to reconnect with them, to make sure that you are creating a win-win situation for both your school and for their businesses. As I end this episode, ponder on this. I challenge you to break your leadership lid. Break your leadership lid. As I shared in the beginning of this episode, John Maxwell shared from his 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. He talks about the law of the lid, which states that your leadership abilities determines your potential to be effective. I challenge you to continue to grow and reflect as a leader so that way you could break that lid, because the lid to your leadership determines how effective you will be. Remember, John also said that once a leader improves his or her life, then everybody within their sphere of influence, their lives improve. So to improve your school or organization culture, you need to lift your leadership lid. To improve your school or organization success, you need to lift the lid. To improve student achievement, you need to lift the lid. To improve teachers and staff effectiveness in your building, in your school, you need to lift the lid. To improve your effectiveness as a leader, you need to improve your leadership lid. 7 things effective school leaders and principals do over the summer. There you have it. I hope you were able to take away at least one nugget that can help you reflect, adapt, and prepare for the next school year. If you know anyone who can benefit from this episode, please share it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me today. Please consider subscribing to the podcast, leave a 5-star rating and a comment, share this episode with a friend, and on social media. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook for leadership ideas and tips. Again, thank you for joining me today. Until next time.